Hey TTI family! Today we're heading deep into the woods with Lesnoy, where Wi-Fi is weak, but determination is strong. And what's he doing out there? Oh, just casually building a whole house out of abandoned pallets. No big deal. He kicks things off with a solid stone foundation, and honestly, stone is such a power move. Unlike concrete, it's natural, breathable, and blends into the forest like it was always meant to be there. Those slabs lift the structure off the damp forest floor, keeping moisture from creeping in and turning the cabin into a mushroom farm. Smart, simple, and built to last. Then come the pallets, once humble shipping platforms, now promoted to future home material. Instead of seeing scrap wood, Lesnoy sees potential. He locks the pallets together into a grid-style base, basically turning industrial leftovers into a sturdy platform. Of course, pallet construction isn't all sunshine and pine scent. Some pallets are chemically treated, so choosing heat-treated wood instead of methyl bromide stamped ones is essential. Diagonal bracing is added to stop the walls from wobbling like a nervous first-time builder. Rectangles love to lean. Triangles, however, are the superheroes of structure. They keep everything tight and stable. Next up, roof trusses. This part isn't just hammer and hope, it's geometry in action. Since pallets rarely offer long, perfect beams, he joins smaller reclaimed planks to span the distance. It's like woodworking Tetris. The triangular trusses distribute weight from the roof ridge down to the walls, making sure snow, rain, and time itself don't win the battle. Now let's talk heat, because forest life gets cold fast. Lesnoy builds a full wood-burning stove with a proper chimney system. And no, he doesn't just plop it on the wooden floor and hope for the best. A lower metal plate and shielded metal walls protect the surrounding timber from turning into accidental campfire fuel. Underneath, a compact stone and clay base acts like a thermal battery, storing heat and slowly releasing it long after the fire calms down. The stovetop features removable cast iron plates, so you can cook directly over the flame or shift things for a gentle simmer. Clay seals and insulates the structure, expanding and contracting naturally with heat, without cracking like cement. Meanwhile, the chimney rises high above the roofline to create a strong upward draft. Smoke goes up, not inside. Very important detail. The chimney might be one of the coolest flexes in this entire build. It's made from river stones, carefully stacked by hand. No cement, no glue, just gravity doing its thing. It's basically a rock tower saying, "We trust physics." And somehow, it works beautifully. Structural reinforcement and weatherproofing also matter, because this isn't a decorative garden shed, it's a house. To protect the cabin, Lesnoy installs a blue, vapor-permeable membrane. It blocks water and wind while allowing the walls to breathe. Over that, wooden siding and shingles are carefully added. A horizontal batten layer creates a rain screen gap for airflow, preventing trapped moisture from causing rot. Each shingle overlaps like armor, shedding water and aging beautifully over time. Careful alignment, string lines, deliberate nailing, nothing is rushed. The result is a warm, rustic, forest-ready cabin made from materials most people would ignore. These steps are bushcraft at its finest. No fancy shortcuts, no big machinery, just skill, patience, and whatever materials the forest, and maybe a scrapyard, is willing to donate. It's the kind of building where you don't run to a hardware superstore. You look around and say, that'll work. Out here, home improvement feels raw and real. Projects lean on a blend of old-world wisdom and brave experimentation. Ancient techniques are making a comeback. Timber framing without metal fasteners, hand-split wooden shingles, even earth floors strengthened with straw and lime. It's like history class, but with sawdust. At the same time, there's no shame in mixing old with new. Modern weatherproof membranes wrap the structure like a high-tech raincoat, while recycled wood cladding gives it that warm, rugged personality. The overlapping roof shingles don't just look charmingly uneven, they act like armor, shedding heavy rain and snow without complaint. By this point, the cabin stops looking like a project and starts looking like a proper forest home that could stare down a storm and win. Life out here moves slower, not because it has to, but because it should. Slowing down means tighter joints, straighter cuts, and fewer oops moments. It also builds something else: calm. The cabin itself is intentionally compact, not because bigger wasn't possible, but because smaller makes sense. A reduced footprint means fewer trees disturbed, less soil disruption, and minimal impact on surrounding wildlife. It's also faster and more manageable to build solo, using hand tools and reclaimed materials. Less bulk, more precision. There's something grounding about shaping wood by hand and watching a structure rise board by board. Take the windows, for example. Instead of ordering a factory-made frame, the builder crafts one from reclaimed timber using basic tools. Measure, cut, adjust, repeat. It's proof that living in nature doesn't require high-tech gadgets, just steady hands and patience. And windows aren't just decorative squares of glass. In an off-grid cabin, they're multitasking heroes. They flood the interior with daylight, cutting down the need for artificial lighting. They create a visual bridge to the trees outside, which, let's be honest, is better than staring at drywall. Smart placement helps with passive solar heating in winter and ventilation in warmer months. Cross ventilation pushes humid air from cooking, breathing, and daily life out of the cabin and replaces it with fresher air. Basically, they let the house breathe so you can too. Next comes the doorway. Framing it from inside the cabin ensures everything is square, tight, and well insulated. This inside-out method helps prevent cold air leaks, especially important when you're working with reclaimed wood that may not be perfectly uniform. The door itself is built from repurposed planks, reinforced with horizontal braces, and mounted on sturdy iron hinges. No overly complicated hardware, just simple, durable components designed to last. What makes this project truly powerful is its mindset. Discarded pallets transform into shingles, siding, doors, and interior finishes. Natural stone, untreated wood, and bark-covered logs reduce waste and blend seamlessly with the environment. The footprint stays small, The materials remain recyclable or biodegradable, and energy use during construction stays minimal. The result is a cabin that proves sustainability doesn't have to look futuristic or complicated. Sometimes it looks like hand-split shingles, recycled boards, and a home built slowly, with intention, in the quiet of the forest. Lesnoy doesn't stop at windows. He upgrades them. Enter handcrafted wooden shutters. Not the flimsy decorative kind, but solid, I dare the storm to try me shutters. They swing open to invite in sunlight and cross breezes, then close up tight when the weather, or wildlife, gets dramatic. And let's talk about wildlife for a second. In the forest, you're not the only one scouting for cozy real estate. Leave a window slightly open, and suddenly a squirrel thinks it's an Airbnb host. Raccoons? Professional burglars in tiny masks. And larger visitors like boars or even bears might test weak openings if something smells interesting inside. Those sturdy wooden shutters turn delicate glass panes into reinforced zones. Inside the cabin, Lesnoy continues with the same smart layering system used on the exterior. He staples a moisture barrier across the interior framing, creating a second line of defense against damp air sneaking into the walls. It's like telling humidity, "Not today." This step is crucial for comfort and long-term durability, because nothing ruins rustic vibes faster than hidden mold. Over that membrane, reclaimed pallet boards are installed, forming a natural air cavity that helps regulate temperature and moisture. The result? Insulation without fancy materials. Plus, those wooden panels double as interior finish. No drywall, no plaster, no expensive trips to the building supply store. Just clean, rugged wood that feels warm and authentic. Structural reinforcements around doors and windows add strength, especially important when working with reused pallet wood that might have imperfections. Extra framing helps prevent warping and keeps openings airtight, which improves insulation and long-term durability. Living small naturally encourages living simply. When space is limited, you keep what matters and skip what doesn't. There's no room for clutter, physically or mentally. And with less interior volume, heating becomes far more efficient. In colder seasons, a tiny cabin warms up quickly and holds heat longer. That's smart design, not sacrifice. Then comes a beautiful finishing touch, the traditional Japanese wood-preserving technique known as shosugi-ban. By carefully charring the surface of pallet wood and brushing away the residue, he strengthens the material while giving it a rich, dramatic finish. The process enhances durability, increases resistance to pests and moisture, and adds a bold, aesthetic contrast to the interior. Once the walls and roof are complete, Lesnoy transitions from shelter builder to interior designer, Forest Edition. He crafts custom furniture directly for the space. Built-in beds, shelves, and seating maximize every inch, eliminating the need for bulky store-bought pieces. Everything fits perfectly because it's made specifically for this cabin. It's practical, efficient, and honestly, kind of genius. From shutters to shelving, every detail reflects patience, skill, and deep respect for materials. Rough textures meet clean lines. Practical solutions meet quiet artistry. It's not just a cabin. It's proof that resourcefulness, tradition, and a bit of controlled fire can turn discarded wood into something timeless. It's all about adapting with what's available and knowing how to use it. That's real self-reliance, the kind that comes from experience, patience, and a deep understanding of your surroundings. This project comes from the Lesnoy channel, a group passionate about hands-on building, traditional skills, and reconnecting with nature. They take discarded materials and turn them into strong, thoughtful structures that feel alive in their environment. It's not just construction, it's craftsmanship with character. When daylight fades, there's no need for electricity. Firelight and oil lanterns glow softly, creating a calm, almost meditative atmosphere. Without screens or harsh artificial light, the mind naturally slows down, syncing with the setting sun. Each video captures more than the steps of a build. You feel the quiet of the forest, the crackle of firewood, the steady rhythm of working by hand. By the end, the cabin isn't just a shelter. It's warm, functional, and ready for cooking, resting, and daily life. This wasn't just building a cabin, it was building a lifestyle. Simple, intentional, and rooted in nature.